Hi everybody, how are you? Let's do a mic check first. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, look at all of you on here. I'm so happy to see everybody. And we got a bunch of early birds, Christine and Doreen. Doreen, thank you for the patron book purchase. We're going to talk about that tonight. I see that I have my wonderful mods on here. Tonight, that will be Noreen and Robert taking care of everybody. So thank you. And I just love that y'all have been on here talking to each other before I got here. Thank you so much for doing that. It just really warms my heart. And so let's see what else. How is everybody today? Bunch of early birds. That's right. I love it. Noreen says, bunch of early birds that were on here tonight, and there were. I looked over there, and they'd already all been chatting it up. So thank you all for that. And let's see, I want to go ahead and thank my new patrons tonight, Antoinette and Helen Lloyd. Those are my two new patrons this week. I really appreciate that. If you're interested in joining the Coco fam and being a part of the Coco family, you can do that for as little as $1 a month at Patreon, and that's where I do behind the scenes and special things and write blog posts about what's going on that I don't put on YouTube. And I see that my cousin is on here, Cynde, and I'm glad that you're on here tonight, Cynde. I love you, and we'll be doing a special tribute here in a moment. And I see that PJ Pittinger is also on here, and PJ and Doreen both have bought my book, and we're going to talk about that and how you guys can do that. But those are patrons, and they got an early jump on it. So thank you both for that. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, I just want to say thank you to everybody. And I see Michael, my cousin, is on here too. I want to say thank you to everybody for my wonderful birthday week. Oh, and I see Pearl on here as well, my dear friend Pearl, and it's good to see you. And I just had the best birthday week, a lot in part because of Robert and that wonderful birthday party that he threw me, and that everybody, my birthday was on Tuesday, and everybody got on that birthday party and it really helped me celebrate, and I really appreciate that. It was just a lovely, lovely time, and I've gotten some wonderful birthday gifts, and I shared some of those with y'all last week, and I'll show you some those tonight, and I'm really enjoying my birthday week. And so thank you everybody. And so let's see what else we have on here. If you see me, if you're new on my channel and you see me looking over here, it's because I'm reading comments, and if I'm looking over here, it's to see what I need to say next. And so let's see, thank you again for the best birthday wish. Oh, and Pamela Bell says she read my first book and loved it, and she agrees that we have a lot in common. I sent Pam, she won the drawing last week for or not last week, a few weeks ago, for my book, and I sent that to her. So I really, really appreciate that feedback, Pam. So I've had a great birthday week, but we had something very sad happen today, and I want to do a special tribute to some of our Coco fam. My cousins Cynde and Mike are on here, and this is a picture of Beverly, Cindy's mother. And Beverly passed away this morning, and I want to give a special shout out to Beverly Ann Bell Lister Lewis. That was born in 1937, and we lost her this morning in 2020, and she was at home in her bed with her family. And so Cynde and Mike are on here tonight, and I just want to tell them that we love them and are thinking of them, and Godspeed Beverly, and for the love and light and angel that she was here on this earth. So thank you all. And let's see what else. Who else do we have on here tonight? Oh, we've got so many people. I see Stephen Beverly on here again tonight. Megan, Julie, Kim saying happy birthday. Thank you. And Shanna Craft, and just so many. Kaylee is on here. Brenda Whitlock. And everybody tells me, why do you read off names and say hi to everybody? Well, it's if somebody comes to your house, I hope you say hi to them. But that's what I do. I welcome everybody that I can, and it's so good to see everybody on here every Friday night, because this is our Friday Night Live and how we connect with each other, and I am just really grateful for each of you. And thank you for the shout out that you're giving to my cousins, Cynde and Mike, that are on here, and for the loss of our sweet dear Beverly. I loved her and will miss her dearly. So let's talk a little bit about tonight about some merch purchases. I'm going to show y'all something fun. So Val Jurancic sent me a picture, and I'm going to show that to you in a moment, of something that she bought of mine off of my Teespring store. But she is also the one that sent me wool socks. You can tell that they're well worn. And Val, if you're watching this, thank you. She also sent some to Robert, I think it was a couple of years ago. And so Val, thank you. And she sent me this picture. Let me see if I can get that. I got to get that off of there. Let's see. So Val sent me this picture, and that she had bought the cocoa bag off of my Teespring store, and that's her dog Rock, and they are camped in Adirondacks. And she sent me a picture. She says they use that bag for everything, and so I had to share that because I thought that was a cool picture of Rock. And if you have bought any of my merchandise, please send me a picture of it so that I can share. And it's just fun to see it out and about there. And Robert says about those socks that Val sent us, he says those socks are toasty warm. Yes, they are. And look on here, I also have Leslie B showing up in the house. Hi, Coco fam, she says. And I just love that. And let's see. Oh, RV Ashes and April are on here. Hi, Margie. Let's see, what else do we have? I think that's it. Let me go back over here. So let me remind you of 2 sales that are going on right now in my stores, and then we'll get to some Friday Night Live fun things. But I want to get this out of the way because you guys are running out of time to take advantage of these sales. If you go to my If you go to my Teespring store ending soon and use the code BYBY30, you can get all of that merchandise at 30% off when you check out. Just be sure you use the BYBY30 code when you check out. And if you are interested in my merchandise of Debra Does RV Life, my new stuff, and go to that store, Debra Does RV Life, and when you check out, be sure and use the code FIRST20. I am tracking that, and off of my Friday Night Live, anybody that is using the FIRST20 code gets 20% off. But a lot of people are buying t-shirts and merchandise and cups and stuff, and they're not using the code. So I'm not counting this first 20 sales. I'm counting the first 20 that use the 20% off. And so if you're interested in grabbing a 20% off in my store, go use that, and use that code at checkout and get your 20% off. So, and you can get merchandise like the great Debra's Haboobies shirt. I'm sorry, but that still just cracks me. Debra's Haboobies, and if anybody's watching that's not familiar with our Friday Night Live, that originated with our Friday Night Live crowd from me having lived through a real desert haboob. And you can look that up if you don't know what that is, and get that t-shirt. There you go. And also my squirrel merchandise, also from our Friday Night Live family, is squirrel merchandise. You can get that logo, or you can get merchandise with the squirrels running around and playing. And also I have Coco merchandise, Coco t-shirts, Coco mugs, and things like that. And speaking of that, Jean Roberto and Kyle Croa, KJ Croa, they were asking me for some plastic insulated hot cold mugs or some quality steel metal ones, and I will work on that, you guys, but Teespring doesn't offer that. And so I'm going to have to let me see, make sure I'm going to be staying on here. I've got my what's it called, my I might run out of data tonight. Dang it, I am having just the hardest time with data lately. Let me turn my phone on here, and so I can turn the hotspot on it and jump over to it, because I just got a notice from Verizon that I am running out of data on that data usage on that the hotspot that I'm currently logged on to. So we will jump over to making my phone a hotspot and use that. So let's see. Here we go. Let me log on to that, and hopefully it'll be a broadcast. And so now I totally, you know what? That was a squirrel that I'm not used to, and I just had to jump over there and do that. And oh, I was talking about merchandise, and I know that you guys have. Please let me know when you want merchandise, and I can't do that one through Teespring because they don't offer that. So I will get some merchandise of cups and everything outside of Teespring and make sure that that's available. I just don't know how long that will take. And I know that you guys have asked for something to do with BANDIT, some BANDIT merchandise, and I want you to know I'm working on that too. So thank you guys. Okay, are you ready? I need to get a drum roll. I don't have a drum roll. I've got like a triangle. Are you ready? So on for my writing update tonight, I want a big drum roll. Because you guys, I have finished my book, A Pigeon Story. And so let's talk about A Pigeon Story. Here is what the cover looks like. It is official. And I know I got to share with you though. Brenda Whitlock says, "Look at you being all technical." And I know there was a day and age when that would have just unraveled me, and I wouldn't have been able to do anything. And so I'm really grateful for Aricept and for my doctors that have just given me my life back, and so I get to do things like almost multitask. I can't. I'm not quite good enough to do that yet, but. Anyway, I want to back up before I keep talking about my book. Doreen wants a bandit scarf and mug. I will work on it. Doreen, thank you. And Debra Van Zant said she is getting one of the squirrel t-shirts for her granddaughter. That is so exciting. And Robert is putting up the link for my books to debradickinson.com. And let's talk about it because I am giving you guys tonight a special deal. Now my patrons got a special deal today too, and their discount is a little bit deeper than what I'm able to offer you guys. So if you're a patron, go to your patron post and read that. But for everyone else tonight, I want to share with you, oops, I lost my place over here when I went all technical a while ago. Hold on. First, I want to say a shout out to Angelique Geron, who wrote this with me and helped me edit and everything. I created the story, gosh, I don't know. I was still in Texas, and I was still working for the Department of State Health Services and then the Department of Assistive and Rehabilitative Services when this story was born, and it came from an incident I saw while on campus. And so I had my notes and everything, and it just seems very timely. I'm going to read you what it's about in just a moment, but then it also, Corinne Naylor is the wonderful artist that did the book cover for me, and that's how you can reach her if you have any art designs or art needs. She is wonderful. She is Robert's young cousin, and we just love her so much. And speaking of Robert, I have to give him a shout out for being the publisher on this book, and thank you so much, Robert, for all your help and editing and everything else that you do. And so I want to share, I've got to go, I thought that I had that open. I want to share with you a little bit about the book and what it is. And so let me open this up and read this to you. All right, so can you guys see me and everything okay? Let me, let's see. So, let's see, it's not cooperating. Hang on. Here we go. A Pigeon Story tells the story of Jacob, a pigeon who learns the power of letting go after he experiences heart-wrenching loss. It is a story of allowing interconnectedness, no matter what the odds are and what is happening out there, to be a powerful catalyst for transformation and strength against all odds. It is a moving tale about the strength of oneness and the courage it takes to step into the unknown with faith, knowing that even during destruction, there is always a way back to hope and love. Join Jacob and all the other birds and animals of the grove, that's where they all live, on a journey that brings them together to face uncertainty among rapid change and ultimately what it means to band as one to create acceptance and transformation. So, you guys, that's my latest book and a little bit different genre than I usually do, but I am so thrilled to get it out there. And let's see, I probably have some, I need to catch up with you guys, but tonight only, check this out. If you go to PayPal me at DebraDickinson.com until midnight tonight, I am losing my place, until midnight tonight, you can have my ebooks for, where'd it go? For, you can get the ebooks for $4.99, and so you go to that PayPal me list, and you can get the ebooks. I will be sending it to you because they have not been approved by Amazon yet for publication. That's all a whole process. And if you want a signed paperback, and again, if you're a patron, go to Patreon and look at your post there because you get a little bit deeper discount. But for tonight only, for my viewers that aren't patrons, I'm giving you a discount on my signed paperback. It's $25. After tonight midnight, they will be $30. The paperback on Amazon, when it comes out, will be $14.99. So this is for, be clear that this is for a signed copy. And if you want a signed copy of it, it will come out. I will send it to you. Now, here's the thing. It is completed and it is published. And I am waiting on Amazon to get the to send me my proof copy, and then I have to order my author copies to be able to mail signed copies to you. So with the pandemic, everything takes longer than it usually does. I normally could promise you that I could get you your signed paperback by the end of this month, but I will be waiting on Amazon to send me my book order. And that could take at the latest, I would assume, till the end of August. But if you order it tonight by midnight, you can get a signed paperback and celebrate with me the fact that I have my book done, and for that amount. So isn't that fun? Let me catch up with everybody and see what you're doing over here. I've lost track of comments. Let's see. I love that you guys are saying hi to each other and welcoming each other. And let's see what else I have. Hold on, let me catch up on comments, you guys. I'm not going anywhere. I appreciate all the love that everybody is showing each other. Thank you. Let's see. I've lost something. Well, mods, I know that y'all are taking care of everyone because I just can't catch up with all the comments. There's so many of you, and I'm so grateful for that. And let's see. I'm back. Good. I was afraid I might go away when I did that transition. Let's see. Robert, you put up the store, right? For my website, for the books, and then I put up the PayPal for tonight. So I think everybody is caught up. It looks like it. And Noreen says Robert reposted it. That's wonderful. To learn more about my books, go to DebraDickinson.com. Let me put that up there if I can. Let's see. There it is. To learn more about my books, go to DebraDickinson.com. But if you're interested in purchasing the signed paperback tonight, be sure you use that PayPal link. So there you go. Let's see. Let me get this off of here. I've got to go back and find out where it is. Let's see. There it is. Let me get that off of there. Okay, so Cody is asking, what happened to the book you said was your third, Stop Being Afraid? Oh, that's not my, this one was my third book. Cody is asking, and that's a good question, Cody. Cody is asking about the series that I have going about life on the road. And the first one was The Journey Begins. The second in that series, I'm not sure if it's going to be Coco Stop Being Afraid or Keep On Keeping On. But this book, for a lot of reasons, it kept calling to me and had to be. I was working on the next in the series, and this book that I just put out, A Pigeon Story, kept calling to me and felt like it needed to be published now and not wait any longer. And so I stopped work on the next book in the series and worked on and finished a Pigeon story. I hope that makes sense. Do you guys have any more questions about that? Let me know. And let's see. Um, let's see. I think that's it. All right. Let's see where we are now. How is everybody tonight? Pamela Bell says she just ordered a Pigeon story. Thank you. And Robert is answering Brenda Sweetapple that the book will be available from Amazon soon and should be able to order it from there. And timing depends on Amazon. It's been submitted to them and they have their own little order that they do things in. But I forgot to give Pamela a shout out. So there you go. And thank you, Steve and Beverly. They're saying that they're so happy for me. And let's see, what else do we have tonight? That was my writing update. Let me go back over here. Oh, let's talk about, oh, you guys, y'all are going to crack up about this. So I know that Robert is on here right now as my moderator, and I have been I've been teasing each week about where is Robert. And I just saw something that I need to go post, so you guys hang on and we'll come back and we'll talk about where is Robert. But Antonia says that she lost her husband 3 weeks ago, and she and I have been communicating, and I wanted to let everyone else know that. And I am so proud of her because she is getting ready to hit the road, which was their plans anyway, and I just, and my hat's off to you. Doreen Olson is asking, do I have an idea for my next book? Like I said, I was working on the next in the series for the travel series, and this one interrupted. And so I have to kind of go with the muse of what strikes, but I think it's going to be the next book in the series of the travel books. So we will see. I sure hope so. And let's see what else we got. Okay, so oh, I was talking about where's Robert. So I asked him. I said, "So what do you want me to share with people tonight about where you are?" And look, he's such a crackpot, you guys. Look what he sent me. He says, "Robert is practicing social distancing somewhere in Oregon while looking for opportunities to photograph mountains and waterfalls." And that is true. That's what he's doing. And so he is somewhere in Oregon, and let me show you some of his beautiful pictures that he's been sharing with me. And there'll be more of them up, of course, in Meanderings magazine. But that is Mount Jefferson, and it is just gorgeous. Some of the things that he sends me just takes my breath away. This is Sahali Falls. You guys, look at that blue water down there at the bottom of that waterfall. And he's going to, the reason he's looking for mountains and waterfalls and everything is that's going to be in the next issue of Meanderings magazine. And then he sent me this picture of the night sky because he knows that's my favorite. And that just, look at that. Robert did that. I just love his photography. And so thank you, Robert, for sharing that with everyone. And he says he's missing me. I miss you too, Robert. And you stay safe out there and keep sharing stuff with us until you can come back home. That's awesomeness. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, let me see if I'm missing anything over here. Yeah, that night sky was incredible. I just love it. Let's talk a little bit about life in the park because I'm not in beautiful Oregon. I'm in beautiful Nevada, but I am not in the mountains and getting to see all of that. So let's talk a little bit about life in the park. Oh, and again, I'm all about the birds, and you guys can. Y'all see my gourd creation up there? That's one of my birthday gifts I got from Lori Smith. And if you love gourd art and like she did that birdhouse for me, and I know it needs to go outside, but right now I'm enjoying it here in the house in the RV. You can contact Lori at gourdsmithcreations@gmail.com. And but I love birds. And this week I had a dozen of these little birds land in my tree all at once right outside my office window here. This is an American restart bird, and I borrowed this actually from the internet. It's not copyrighted, so I was able to do that. But that's a female, and I just love it. But you know what, you guys, since then I haven't had any birds in the last couple of days. I don't know if it's the heat or what, and we'll talk about it. And I also put up my hummingbird feeders. You can see my hummingbird feeder that was from Bertrell Phillips for my birthday, and I hung it up. And the other one I got, that shiny glass hummingbird feeder is from Bertrell. I don't know if that's running the birds off, or I still have my water fountain going and the spray and everything. But I think maybe it's just dripping because I broke the sprayer. Oh my goodness. Cynde McCluster, my cousin, just gave me a super chat tip, and on today of all days. And Cynde, I don't know if y'all got the flowers that I sent you or not, but I hope you've gotten them, and I hope that they are of some comfort since I can't be there to give you a hug, sweetheart. But thank you for that super chat tip. And I forgot to do the, hold on. Fun with it, right? So thank you, Cynde. Love you, my darling. And so I'm not sure what's going on with the birds. It might be my spray mister is only dripping right now, and they really came around when it was blowing spray water. You know, when it was spraying water, that's when the birds were coming around. And so I may not get them anymore in this heat since I don't have a spray mister that is going. Oh, Cynde says that was a happy belated birthday for the super chat. Thank you, Cynde. You did not need to worry about that, but I appreciate it so much. I love you. And so I don't know what's going on with my birds, but it might be because, you guys, it is hot, hot, and hotter here. I mean, I just can't believe how hot it is. So look at this. This is a national news thing that went out for Death Valley on Sunday. They were predicting 128 degrees, hottest temps in 3 years. And also, then a few days later for Death Valley, it said California is set to hit 130 degrees, hottest temperature ever recorded. And in case you're wondering where I am in response to Death Valley, that blue line is Nevada is on the east and California is on the left. That blue line is the state border. And you can see Death Valley National Park up there. And then if you see Pahrump over there circled, that Pahrump is in Nye County, Nevada. Nye County is huge. Nye County runs that whole length of that state line and extends way east. But Pahrump is the largest town in Nye County. There's about 36,000 people there. It's an unincorporated town, but it's the largest town in Nye County. So I thought that would give you an idea of how close I am in Nye County. I'm not in Pahrump, but in Nye County to Death Valley. So it has been hot, hot, hot. And the, let's see, Freddie's saying that she hasn't put on makeup in 2 years and my face is so pretty. And she said, wasn't it Tim Untethered and Randy and Robert that did your makeup that one time? I just recently on my Monday video referenced that video. No, it wasn't Robert. It was the Dan Van. Those three are the ones that she's talking about, a video where they they narrated me putting on my makeup. I started with a fresh face, nothing on my face, and did my makeup, and they narrated it. And it was such a funny video. Oh, there, Robert's putting up the link to it, makeup routine. Thank you, Robert. So you can click on that over in the comments. It was such a blast. Those guys cracked me up. No, Robert, he said, I ain't doing that. Because I told them they could make fun of me, do whatever they wanted to, and they did. They didn't make fun of me, but they had such fun with it, and it was a hoot. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Now I got to remember where I was. Oh, I was talking about Nye County. Okay, so Death Valley and Meanderings magazine. Robert did in the April issue, just this last year, April, just a few months ago. It was the 5th issue of Meanderings magazine, and he featured Death Valley. Look, so how funny is it? And then here, I'm trying to get the glare off of it. And then here I am in getting, record temperatures, and I'm near Death Valley in Nye County. But anyway, this is the magazine, and it features that. If you're interested in a subscription to that magazine, you can do an annual. I always say prescription like a doctor. You can do an annual subscription for $14.99 to get the digital, or $39.99 to get the print. If you want just each individual one, it's $4.99 digital and $11.99 for the print. But it's just an awesome magazine. Let me show you. So this is the front cover on the print, obviously. And then I always do a short story in also, in case you're interested in that. But see right there, Death Valley National Park. And then it is full of photos and stuff. But Robert did all of these photos, and that's Death Valley National Park. And it's just beautiful, and I'm just so proud of that magazine. Hey, Bandito, what you doing? Somebody came up and wanted to say hi, you guys. He didn't really come up. He knows I have a treat up here for him. I'm not beyond bribing him during Friday Night Live. He is the most darling, and he's learning to be so good. There was a time when I couldn't even be in the same room with him when he was eating, because he would attack me. And I mean, literally, like try to draw blood, and he put holes in my shoes and everything. And now I can feed him, and he sits here in my lap, and he munches away. And so I'm just so proud of him. Let's see, what else happened this week? Am I missing anything over here? Lola's in the house. Hi, Lola. Lost on land again. Thank you. And the temp inside my RV right now. I put the thermostat thing in the back while ago so I could watch the time while I was getting ready. But it's been running in the 80s, and it'll get up to 100. I think the highest it got here in the RV park was 124. In my RV, even then, even with this, the air conditioner that's going out, it was able to keep it in the 80s for me. And that was Anne asking that question. Thank you for asking. And Dewdrop In says bribery gets me everywhere. and that is so sweet. And Mimi Weekend says that means that Bandit has a good trainer, and I don't know about that. He's just got such a huge heart, and he just wants to try so hard to learn, and he's so smart. When we get to the Bandit update in a minute, I'm going to ask you guys something about him, but hold on, let me catch back up where I was, because I feel like I'm doing like a squirrel. Y'all know me, I do squirrels all the time. Squirrel. Oh, is Lori on here? There she is. Hello, hi, baby. Hi, Lori. Good to see you. I've missed you. And let's see. Antonia on the road is saying, "Do I have a humidifier?" No, I don't want to put a humidifier in my RV. That's any dampness inside a rig is not good for it. So I don't want to do that. But thank you. Let's see. Where was I? I'm so excited Lori is on here. Lori, in my book, now that since you're on here, I've been telling people, let me back up. I've been telling people about my book, and you need to know, Lori, that you are in the acknowledgments. And so if you get a chance to get my book, or maybe I'll send it to you. That's what I'll do. I'll send you a copy. I want you to see the acknowledgments, Lori, because you're in there. All right, so let's see. And Lori, by the way, everybody, is my doctor that put me on Aricept, and she has since retired. And so if y'all are always telling me how good that I'm doing and everything, and she and Robert and so many earth angels in my life are the reason why, if y'all want to give Lori a shout out. So where was I? While I was in town, I'm talking about life in the park right now. Hi, buddy. And while I was in town recently, I went and I got to see my HVAC guy and give him the money for my my new air conditioner that's coming in. because this air conditioner that I've got, the roof air conditioner, it's going out, and I have to turn it off a few hours a day and let it defrost, and I have to baby it, and I can't always run it as cool as I would like to because it locks up. And so, but that's my HVAC guy that's going to be doing my new air conditioner. But he cracked me up. I took this picture and I didn't realize it until I got home later. He's wearing the mask underneath his nose. and I did not notice that until I saw it. And so humidifier. Robert's saying I humidify the RV every time I take a shower because I keep forgetting to turn the vent fan on. And he came over one day after I'd showered and gotten ready for dinner. And he's like, it's humid in here. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to open the fan thing again. Oh, you guys, look, Beth Stamper says she just ordered. And Bandit's like, what is that noise, Mama? What is that noise? So thank you, Beth, for doing that. And Pete Rossi wants to know if I'm installing a mini split. Mini splits are great. I don't have a footprint to be able to do a mini split, nor did I have the money to be able to buy a mini split. I took out a loan as it is to be able to do my air conditioning and the improvements that I've been doing. So no, there is no place in this RV for me to do a mini split, but they are great, and they started in Japan and have really taken off recently in the United States. A lot of Nomads are doing them, but there's a lot of factors. You can't just slap one in, and that just would not work in my RV. But thank you for asking. Let's see. So. This is such fun. I'm so glad you guys joined me. Oh, also, because it's so hot, we were talking about the heat. Because it's so hot, you guys, be sure you take care of your dogs and your animals. Don't leave them outside unprotected. If you have to leave them outside, don't leave them unprotected. And this is a picture I wanted to show of my niece's dogs. They just recently camped in Colorado. And that's her dogs. That's Charlie in the green bandana, Shadow, her senior dog in the orange, and Leo, and then Zoe, the only girl in the group, there in the pink bandana. And you can see that her dogs are panting, and she always sprays them down and takes such good care of them. And so I just wanted to be sure to remind everybody that humans aren't the only ones that get hot, and please don't leave your animals outside if you can keep from it. And if you have horses or anything else that's outside, please give them shade and take care of them. No, he sees his other treat over here. I'll give him another little bite. All right, so, that leads me into Bandit update. So let's go ahead, since Bandit's here, and talk about Bandit update. Look at this picture that I got of him this week, you guys. Y'all remember the squirrel bit the dust last week during the Friday Night Live? Well, the squirrel bit the dust during the Friday Night Live, and he goes over and he just lays down with it now like that and just holds on to it. He loved his squirrel, and I mean, he still plays with it, and we'll play fetch and everything, but it doesn't make not squirrel, rooster. It doesn't make his rooster sounds anymore. So he keeps going over to it, and he acts like it's dead. And so that's just too funny. He's getting restless. I'm going to put him down. You got one last treat there, buddy. Okay, good dog. Anyway, what I want to know from you guys about Bandit is I realize I've never done, let me see. Lola says the number one cause of death in Death Valley is single car accidents, rollovers. And, that's probably because a lot of those roads go up some very steep mountains. You wouldn't think that there would be mountains in Death Valley, but there are. And they don't have shoulders or anything. And so, and then also a lot of them go over really deep washes. And so I actually could see that. And Noreen wants to know, could I sew the noisy part back into the rooster? I could, but Bandit, when he got it out, he bit it and he broke it. So if he hadn't have broken it, I could. And so what I want to know though, since this is a Bandit update, is I haven't really ever done a dedicated video, I don't think, about Bandit's story and where he came from and how he's doing and all of that. And so I was just wondering. I know that my channel is really kind of a vlog about a day in the life of and all that. And he's such a big part of my life. I was just wondering what you guys thought about me doing a video dedicated to Bandit and letting him tell his story. Where you going, buddy? What do you want? Can you say hi to everybody? Hmm? Can you say hi to everybody? Say hi. He can only hear the bubbles. He doesn't know what's going on. Anyway, so I was thinking about doing that. And let's see, Buddy and Doug's Big Adventure is on here. Hi, Doug. Good to see you. And Anne says she would love to hear the whole Bandit story. Okay. It's one of those things I struggle with. It's like I don't know whether to or not. Oh, Pat in a Hat is on here, and she too says Bandit video, yes. And Susie says she thinks it would be a good idea. Deborah Van Zant saying it would be a good idea. So I will try to do that, and maybe even next week I'll throw that in the lineup. So I think that's it for my life in the park. Let's talk and Bandit update. Let's talk about viewer question. And Brenda Whitlock also says a Bandit update backstory would be excellent. So I will try to do that, Brenda. And Kathy Lippincott has joined us, and she is saying that it is 70 degrees in Michigan. You're showing off, Kathy. Kat Quinn says she'd love to hear the story, as does Antonia. So we will do that. All right, you guys. Let's see what's next. Oh, viewer questions. Let's do viewer questions. So first of all, my video on Monday was what is up with the crazy hair, right? And this is the picture that I used for my bio picture on my book. And it's a fun picture, and we took out the backdrop from it and put in a shadow. But I was surprised that I had so many people that said they like my hair short and they like the gray growing in. And I thought people would be like, when are you going to let it grow out? And of course, I have my COVID braid, but I thought people would be like, when are you going to let it grow out? And people were like, keep it short, keep it short. And even Robert, I think, said something about I should keep my hair short. And I was like, what? Robert, you like long hair. And so it just really surprised me. So I'll keep playing with keeping it short. It's so hard for me to get used to, but we'll see what happens. And so thank you. And oh, look, there's Linda made it on here. Hi, Linda. Glad you're here. And Robert, let's see. Oh, Lori is asking which PayPal is best. Let me see if I can get that up there. Lori, if you will go to PayPal me, Debra Dickinson. And if you want the paperback and aren't a patron, then it is $25 till midnight tonight. But Lori, I want to send you a copy. You saved my life, have given me my life back, and took such good care of me. I'll be sending you one. I just need you to text me and give me your mailing address, please. And but that is it for if anybody else is interested. And thank you all for giving me feedback on my hair, because it's like I'll do what works for me. It's not that but I also you guys are the ones that have to look at me, and you never know what it's like. You don't want to I don't know. I'm just not used to the gray, and the only time I've ever had short hair is when they shaved it for my brain surgery. So I'm just not, I've not had short hair that I felt good in before. So let's see, did Robert share what he said? Oh, he did. He said, I believe I said you looked hot. You did tell me that about my short hair, Robert, and it just shocked me. And then he also said that he's the only one whose opinion really matters. And he was laughing, but we have a lot of fun. That was hilarious. And And thank you all for the wonderful comments. And so let's get to some viewer questions. Let's see, where was it? Oh, this is kind of a viewer question. I got stung by a wasp this week, and it stung me twice, you guys, before I could get it like off of me. And anyway, it stung me twice, and it gave me like flu-like symptoms, and I had fever and chills, and it was awful. And I got a lot of people that commented on that. It was a post, and I got a lot of people that commented on that post. But there's one thing especially, I mean, I had people that just sent in like idea after idea after idea about a way to how to help it and everything, and I really appreciated that. But the one thing I want to clarify is Ms. Claire M said it makes me sad that you would casually call it the Rona. It has devastated lives. And what she's talking about is when I put that picture up and was talking about my symptoms, I wanted everybody to know that it wasn't the virus, and so I said I was grateful that it wasn't the virus, but I called it the Rona because we came up with that here on Friday Night Live because YouTube won't let you talk about the pandemic and call it by name. They will do everything from demonetize you to deprioritize your video, and if it's a post, they've been known to even block it. And I don't know why. Who knows why they do what they do? But I didn't want to take a chance, and so I just called it the Rona, and I meant no disrespect. There are people on here tonight that have lost. I've got somebody on here tonight that has lost a loved one to the virus. There is somebody else on here tonight who their pastor was intubated today with the virus. I know there's somebody else on here that I know that they were quarantined because their roommates had the virus, and it was a very scary time. And I know half a dozen people that have been directly one-on-one affected by the virus, and I never meant to be any say anything that meant that I was downplaying it. Calling it the Rona was maybe to add a little humor, but mainly to acquiesce to YouTube so they didn't block me. So let's go on to some more viewer questions. And I am allergic, by the way. Somebody, Kaylee is saying I should have gone to the hospital, and she would have had to have gone. I downed Benadryl right away, and if I had started getting anaphylactic, which I'm prone to do with bee and wasp stings, I would have. But today and age, it is not a time I want to be going anywhere near a hospital, nor do I want to tax people that are working in the hospital with something that I was able to control at home. If it had gotten out of hand and I needed to go to the hospital, I would have. But I think that's the last place on earth that anybody needs to be unless they absolutely have to be. And the people that are working overtime in those places certainly don't need the added stress. So no, I did not go to the hospital, but I sure would have if I needed to. So this is Liz, and I just love some of her comments. Oh, I do want to back up. I'm going to do one more thing. So Susie is saying EpiPen. I should probably have an EpiPen on hand, but I cannot afford those things. Even with insurance, they are through the roof, and they are hard to get even today. For a while, it got better on getting them, but it's hard to get them again now. And I can't afford them even with insurance. So Linda is addressing how Coco Jack is because several of you are asking, and he is with his mommy daily and is a spoiled love bug, and he lives on a Florida golf course. She put in a special fence and everything for him, and he just gets to live the life of luxury. So those of you asking about Coco Jack, he is doing great, and Linda is good friends and is the one that delivered him to his forever mom. So there you go, and thank you for doing that again, Linda. And viewer questions. This is Liz. Okay, so she is saying, this is off of my video on Wednesday, why a walk around your rig is necessary. She says that she's been known to go to bed with the keys in the door, and doing the same things in the same order is a good trick, and a checklist too. And I do have a checklist, and she makes a point of saying that whether it's a thought, a phone call, or Mother Nature calling insistently, something, boom, you've forgotten what you were going to do and where you were, even if you have all of those tools. And I have found that's what happens to me. That's why I'm saying I'm picking up the habit of doing 3 times around my rig. And I love that some people said that they will do one of those times in a reverse order, and that helps. And Robert shared that he actually then will go in the van and finish up some more things and take a break on those 3 before he goes back out and goes around the rig. And so those were all great hints and tips, and I appreciate that. But what floored me about that video was I had 5 people that shared about driving off from a gas station with the nozzle in their gas tank. Chantel News says that she had done it, and Grandma Cat says that her sister-in-law did it. Peter and Kodiak say that they've watched some people do it. Amazon Redhead said that she's seen people try to do it. And Patty Irwin said that she had a friend who had driven off with the gas nozzle in the tank. And so I just want to say that I really appreciate everything that everybody shares, because it makes us all not feel so alone and maybe so silly for the mistakes that we make. And Beth Stamper is saying that she did that. And I tried to find a picture that I took, I don't know, probably 5 years ago in the middle of the desert, of a gas nozzle laying there with half the hose. I was on a hike, and it's like the things you come across in the desert, but I couldn't find it. So I don't know what happened to that picture, but at the time I thought that was the strangest thing, to come across a gas nozzle and a half hose in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere. But maybe not after what all you guys shared. That just cracks me up. So about half of you have hit the thumbs up for me. I have 146 on here right now, and only 73 of you have hit the thumbs up. Thank you for those who have. But if y'all would take a moment and click down there on that thumbs up, I appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please be sure you hit that subscribe button, and also hit the bell next to it so that you get notified when I put up new videos. I appreciate it. And let's see, I think that I am caught up. I'm not sure. Beth says it was a squirrel moment for sure. You need to get a squirrel t-shirt, my darling. And she did that with her friends, the Mamas group. That's so funny. And Chantel shares that she's one of the ones that I just put that up, and she said that she did that before her TBI as well. So you want to play fetch? Y'all watch him, see if you can hear this. You want to play fetch? Go. Of course, his mama threw it on top of something that he can't get it. Poor little guy, but I'll get it for him when we get off here. I'm the worst thrower in the world. All right, so I think that we're about to come up on the weekly spotlight. I'm going to talk about the weekly spotlight. But before I do, because I just want to remind everybody that you can get your book today, signed paperback, for $25 by going to PayPal me, my link at PayPal. And that until midnight tonight, you can pre-order and get it for $4.99 and the paperback for $25. From then on, once it comes live, then you can still get ebooks at $4.99, but the paperback will go up to $30 after midnight tonight, except for patrons who are getting a little bit deeper discount. So let's talk about this week's spotlight. Brenda says she's sorry I've lost a good friend to this virus. I do not. It was not me. One of my best friends lost a family member, and so I went through that grieving and through the whole process of them as they even got sick and then went into the hospital and it was horrible. I've gone through it now with several people, and I don't wish that on anyone. So you guys, please wear your mask. So let's talk about, where are we? Keeps jumping around on me. The weekly spotlight. Are y'all ready? I mean, as if my book wasn't enough, right? I am just so excited to have my book done. What a birthday week I had, I tell you. And so, oops, come over here, buddy. I can't reach you there. Come over here to the stool. Come on. Oh, good boy. I can't reach you down on the floor. I'm up on the stool. I can't reach you down there. Hi. You want to come say hi? Oh, I don't have anything else for you. Oh, and Egg and they are sharing that back in the day, people would drive away with the theater speakers still clipped to their windows. As a teenager, I almost did that one time at the drive-in, and my nephew brother, he's only a year and a half younger than me. He's my nephew, but we grew up like brother and sister, and so he yelled at me. He was in the truck behind me, and he yelled at me. And you guys, back in that day, I was driving a four barrel, 4-speed GTO rebuilt 400 engine with a line lock. It was a beast of a car, and I almost pulled out with that thing and with that thing on it. So, um, and let's see. Oh, thank you, Johnette, for saying don't forget to give people thumbs up. And yes, Noreen says, nice car, Debra. It was a very nice car. And you guys stop with the virus thing. I've lost people, and I know people that have lost people, and that is ridiculous to say that it's a made up story. And moderators, delete those comments immediately, please. Thank you. Let's see, what else do I have for the weekly spotlight? Oh, look at this beautiful sunset, you guys. I took that here on a walk, and I looked over, and the sun just looked like a big ball of fire in the sky. I couldn't believe it. It was so pretty. And so my weekly spotlight this week, though, is the Comet Neowise. I got to see it, and that is a picture I took with my phone. And if you can see that, the comet is down at the very bottom toward the middle, headed downward. I don't know, I can't come in front but for y'all to see it. But anyway, that is the comet Neowise, and it only comes around like every 7,000 years or so. And I was so shocked to see that I got to see it, and then a picture that I took came out. Robert was trying to see it where he's camped, but he's in the mountains and the trees, the forest. He couldn't see the comet for the forest. Sounds like an old saying, doesn't it? It cracks me up. And so let's see what else we have. Did I catch? Oh, looky here. Kaylee says she had a 455 with a 4-barrel. And can you imagine trying to feed one of those today? I can. I might not get to drive it very much, but I'd give anything to have my old GTO Judge back. It was awesome. It was a metallic navy blue. It was insanely pretty, and I just love it. So let's see. I think, you guys, that's about it. And we've been on for about an hour, and Doreen is saying she would like a BANDIT sticker, and y'all keep the suggestions and everything coming in, and I will try to get the merchandise that you want. Be sure to order your books by midnight tonight if you want a pre-order or a paperback, a signed paperback. And I think that's it. Let me see if I'm missing anything. I think that might be it. And I just love you guys. Thank you so much for being on this live chat with me every Friday night. It just really makes my day, my whole week, to be able to connect with everybody and share things with you and get ideas from you and hold space so that you can connect with each other. And other than that, I just have to say, no matter what is going on, thank you for the love that you gave each other tonight, and especially to my cousins. And keep on keeping on, everybody. I love you. I think that's it for this week. Bye. See you down the road.